Welcome back to another video. It's been a while. I wanted to finish this sketchbook a long time ago, and most of it is going to be my Inktober 2024 pictures, so let's just get started. So this is gonna have some really old stuff in it. This is 2014. It was a day after my birthday. I probably got these for my birthday. I got the blue toned one and the brown toned one at the time. Sorry, toned tan. This was 2015. Zoom in a little. (2014). I also skipped around a lot. This was when I first got some markers, some alcohol markers. This is a very old character of mine. Drew a centaur. He was supposed to be reading. This is a human boy, and then up here, I don't know if you can really see, but it was supposed to be another small centaur, and then he has a book. But this kind of got rubbed off on this other page, so not super clear, but that's what's going on. Again, very old. Again, with I got markers and I felt pretty good. These were pro markers. Another character of mine. Really trying to get into more shading at the time, I think. I was trying to do like a gazelle type of centaur. I was really into it at the time. This is very old, but I love combining trees with people or creatures or whatever. I actually did this one after Inktober, and it should be a video on my channel, so if you want to see it, feel free to look back at my sketchbook videos. But it's just to show how I had done Inktober because I hadn't filmed any of it. And this one's newer. It was definitely after Inktober, but I just finished it recently when I was looking at the page, and I'm like, I have to finish this. So this is my character Yasik. You can barely see the girl here, but she's very pivotal to his story. Very big shift in his thinking, in his life, and what he thinks his lot is in it. There's another character of mine. I haven't drawn him in such a long time, but another one I drew around the same time as this. I was struggling at the time. Then we're going to get into Inktober 2024. So I'd actually made this character early on. I wanted him to be a sort of product in our Etsy shop, and I never really got to it, so whenever Inktober came around, I decided that I would just draw him. So he's the first thing that I made. I do have a scarecrow character, but he's not nearly as cool as this. This was another girl that I had drawn for a product in our shop, and yeah, it was I don't know, just something I wanted to draw again, see if I could, so I did a lot of thumbnailing. I wish I had the papers that I thumbnailed on, because most of these were thumbnailed traditionally. This is another character of mine. He is a necromancer. And his story is kind of a big deal to me. Thought it up a very long time ago. And haven't done too much with him, but he's got a very distinct style that kind of informed a lot of my other stories going forward. Another character. This is Tiberius, and the whole thing with the horse is super, super important. And even though this doesn't happen necessarily, the feeling that I wanted is there. But I should have gone a little darker. There's not enough contrast, I think, in this. This is my character, Phage. Probably one of the older characters in this book. Perhaps, maybe. I made her a very long time ago, probably around the same time as Yasik, maybe just before. I was, oh my gosh, I don't know, 10, 12? I don't know. I was very young whenever I made her, and I was going to make a comic. She was one of the first ones I was going to make a comic about, and yeah, I still really love her, and I still think her story is interesting. So maybe one day, if I get lucky, she will have her story. She really started getting me to adjust my style, I think, for comics. This is my character Rust. People have probably seen him before if you've been on my channel. I get occasionally obsessed with him. His hands look a little weird in this, but you know, it's been a while now. This is another character, but I messed it up and I really don't like this one. I tried to add interest with the webs, and he's definitely stuck, but this is not how I wanted it to look. So, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Another character, this is Dren. I had an obsession with cyborgs, and I still love cyborgs. So, he was a character of mine, and yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say. It was an interesting story, I suppose, but, you know, nothing to write home about. But I love the chrome. So good. Love drawing chrome. This was just a cute little pumpkin boy. I really wanted to draw a crow, and that's the whole reason that I drew it. It turned out so cute. It really did. There's a tiny little mouse right here. I'll have to do some overview shots, and I'll try to put them side by side if I can fit them in. So this is a kind of dream demon thing. I like drawing demons of different sorts. Sometimes they're not as bad as maybe people think. So yeah, I've got little dreams hung up. The things that he's dreaming about right now are tied up in the hair. And I think I kind of messed up the boy a little bit, but it was okay because I enjoyed drawing his face. This is void, emptiness. I wasn't going by prompts or anything. That was just my idea for this, was just a feeling of being empty. Another old character of mine. I didn't do her justice. She does have kind of like a hook nose, and I have always just found that a very interesting, very pretty feature, personally. And I love to draw her. So this is Apple. She's got daddy issues. And I like her a lot. She actually ends up with someone who's very obsessed with Spock. So, I love also mechanic characters. Always loved it. Always jived with it. And of course, gotta have a pointy ear with some piercings on it. So yeah, he's just building a big old robot. I thought it'd be cool to put all of these little metal parts around. So that's really the reason for him. I just wanted something cool. So there's a story behind this guy, and I did kind of mess up his proportions a little bit, but I'm not too mad because there is a shape that I got into right here for the bicep that felt so good. And actually, whenever I look at this, there's a part of me that really thinks of Hades from Hercules, the cartoon. So I did really like that. But yeah, the whole story about the tattoos, and they can command these beasts. And I just love bone creatures, skeletal creatures. Love that. Why the bones? I'll never tell. So, I really like D&D. So I really like D&D. My family's into it. We play sometimes together when we can. We haven't gotten to in a while. And the whole point I bring that up is because this was supposed to be about wild magic, and he got really obsessed with it, and it kind of went out of control, and now he's his own creature. This is like a nice long tail, if you can't tell the difference. I tried to bounce off the warm gray markers with the blue, and the cool gray markers, because I love that contrast between a warm and cold color. So, yep, I just took him over. As obsessions do. Melting. I just wanted to draw a candle guy melting. I'm not really sure. I must have seen something, but it has been a while, so I don't remember. But it's not like this is a new concept anyway. But maybe I was feeling a little melty myself, getting into it. Yeah, I wanted these little creepy things looking over this kid. yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like a fun idea at the time, and it's fun to draw plushies. Every single time someone sees this picture in particular, let me make sure we're in focus, they always go, ugh. And I always laugh because I love this stupid face. I really do. I like it a lot. I like his weird tongue. I like giving people, excuse me, I like giving people these piercings. Sorry, my brain is toast, but I just really like it. I think because it's so like, ah, I like it. You know, fallen angel, big tears. Life isn't what you thought it would be. This one was interesting to do, and I remember having issues with his legs for some reason. I'll go so long not having issues with things like that, and one day just wake up and I can't handle it. Another dark one. He's stretching his jaw out while technically kind of pulling it off. Sorry for anyone who's squeamish, but, you know, kind of based off of Legion, the movie. I love that movie. And also my own feelings when sometimes I wish I would not open my mouth. And then I just wanted to draw a dryad of some type. I gave her this acorn earring, and I really liked it because it reminded me of the comic at the time. Once again, another one of my characters. Yeah. This one was a struggle for me to get his face right, and I wanted to do kind of a different perspective, and I don't think that I quite got it, but the feeling of this picture isn't horrible, so I'm not mad. Not too mad. I love hatching. I really like hatching. I don't get to do enough of it. So get caught, you have to get quiet. This is also based off of a story. Ongoing. I'm always writing. I really like to write, so. And I wanted a cool deep sea mermaid. Kind of nesting, sleeping in the darker part of the ocean. I feel like if I had had the opportunity to kind of just brush something over the top of this to push them back, like atmospherically, it would have looked even better, but it was fun to do these. Wanted to do different types of scales, and I like how that texture turned out. I always have a reoccurring theme of some sort of monster that is trying to take the inside flame, power, whatever, from the main person or someone important to the main person. So that's what that is. That's why his tongue's kind of a straw. So what actually happened was I messed up this face, and I think my hand jerked. I have like weird hand jerks sometimes. It just happens. And so I just ended up making him kind of beat up, and I added more darkness here. I was going to add darkness anyway, so I could add the stuff down here. So, yep, mixing a little dark with light magic. And this was fun. I liked it. Again, I like adding these bits of interesting shading. Once again with the magic, and I wanted him to be almost a little bit more Cthulhu themed, I guess. Hence the tentacle tattoos, and I wanted these to look like eyes. Like this whole part was supposed to look like the head of Cthulhu. How silly is that? So, yeah, I liked it. I had fun with that one. His face is weird, but I'm not mad, so that's okay. Just a spooky trick-or-treat. They chose trick. Just make sure this is clear. I haven't used my camera in a really long time, so. I love silhouette pictures, and I want to try my hand at it. So I wanted like a stepping through the portal, gonna come claim some souls kind of feeling. And again, it's not great, but that's okay. I like this texture. I really like this one for some reason. Something about it turned out the way I wanted. And my little brother's very fond of how I draw nails like this, where they kind of end up triangular down here. So that's good. And I enjoy drawing that book. I love big tomes. I was actually at work for this one. I didn't have things to do at work. At the time, I like a couple things, and then I was just sitting there to make sure my sister was safe while she was finishing up her end of things. So I drew that. Yeah, it's not much, but it's okay. It's fine. It was really windy and cold that day. So this begins me just trying to finish out this book. So this is what I've been doing lately to finish this out. All of these, well, I'll tell you which ones, but most of them are drawn fresh and recently inked and markered and everything. So this had been scribbled around the time I finished these. It was terrible, and I did a little bit of fixing. I left this one mostly how it was and added these textures. I wish I would have done the gradient. I was thinking I was going to do an orange and red gradient. I think that would have been rad, but I didn't. So this one was the one that made me go back to this sketchbook because the face was drawn horribly. It made me really angry, and even though it's not a winner now, I can promise you it was significantly worse before, and it's the reason I stopped drawing in the sketchbook, because I was having a really hard time. I couldn't make myself finish it, and yeah, so I finished it. That day, April 18th, I decided I was going to finish this sketchbook. And I just started drawing. So I drew this guy. And this guy. Yes, it's supposed to be like a white rabbit kind of thing. For this one, I was talking with my younger brother. And we were talking about how we liked elves and things. So that's why I drew her. Also, she's hot. So. This is the final page, and this is also my youngest brother's OC. So this is his original character, Punch. I love Punch. I think he is awesome. And I wanted to draw him for him. I told him he could give me a character, I would 100% draw it. And I wanted to do it justice, so that's why it's like the nicest, the nicest character in the book, really. Yeah. Love his stuff, but yeah, anyway, that's it. That's the end. April 26th, 2026, I did finish it on that day. I could have finished it the day before. My back was hurting so bad I couldn't sit anymore. So yeah. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you thought. I really appreciate you watching. Have a good day or night, and bye.